theory. So now in today class we are going to study about what is the radiation of alternating current element. But before going to this session, just let me recall the last session. So what we studied in the last session is, suppose if I am taking any surface like this, here I am having the small surface area, suppose I am taking a cube like this. So from this, what is the radiation at a far distance, that is capital R, suppose I am taking. So what is the radiation at this point, or what is the potential at this point we studied. So in this analysis we just take this as an origin. So the distance from here to here R dash I taken, here I taken as an R. So finally we calculated what is the potential at that particular point P. So what is the expression of that potential at that particular point P is given by, so A bar of R is equal to mu by 4 pi into integral of, this is a volume integral of the current density J bar into T minus R by V by capital R into dV dash. So if you observe the expression here, what is the meaning of J bar? J bar is the current density. So here R is the distance from the small surface to the point P, and capital small r is the distance from origin to the point P. So in this, so this is the potential about the any element at a far distance of R. So now whenever we are entering into the radiation of alternating current element, so first I am assuming a small element like this. Suppose it is a small element, the small elements of length dl I am taking. So it consists of some current, but what I mentioned here is it is an alternative current element. So alternative current element means what? It is in terms of sinusoidal waveform. So that's why I'm just considering that current is in I cos omega t. So here dl is the small length of the element and I cos omega t is the our current. So this is the small element. But where I consider this element is, simply I am taking a spherical coordinate system. Spherical coordinate system means it is also having the 3 axes like this. Suppose this is an x axis, this is an y axis, this is an z axis. So now I am taking a point far away from that our element, so that point I take it as an P. So now the distance from here to here just considered as an R. So now this is the x axis, y axis, z axis. I am taking a point over here. This is a point P. The distance from the current element to the point P is capital R. Now my point is, how much potential you are getting at the point of P. So what we studied in the last class, by using the same analysis, we can write the what is the potential at a point P. But here if you observe clearly, the origin and the element are placed at the same place. So that means what? The distance capital R and the distance small r, now both are becomes equal. So now what is the potential you can get in this our alternative current element is, simply modify this one as mu by 4 pi into volume integral of J bar of T minus R by V, and I can take capital R is equal to small r here. So here small r into dV dash. So now if you observe the potential is occurred now at a point P, but my condition is, my problem is, how much power you are going to take at a point P from your element, or you can say that any antenna. But in place of antenna, first I am considering the small element, then I will go for the big element. By adding the so many elements like this, I can make it as a very big length antenna. So that's why at point P I got my potential is like this. So just I am rewriting my expression here. So now I can write my A bar of R is equal to mu by 4 pi volume integral of J bar into T minus R by V by small r I can write directly. Why? Because capital R and small r equal, and dV dash. Now, so now this is the potential, but if you observe clearly at what location you are placed. So if you observe, the location of the element is on the z axis. So z axis means what? The propagation is only in the direction of AZ. So that means in the x-axis and y-axis both elements will become zeros. So now I will get the only z element. In the direction of z only we are having the component that I can written as mu by 4 pi volume integral of j bar of t minus r by v by r into dv dash. Now, but we know that this is a complete volume integral. So, what is the meaning of volume? Volume is equal to length into breadth into height, you can say that. So, otherwise you can also say that area into height. So, now the entire volume integral I am going to convert it into the surface integral of length integral. That means what? First I am going to do the what is the integration for the area, surface area, then I will go for the what is the integration for the length. Now the entire volume you can write it in terms of integral of surface of integral of length. So now how I can convert the entire volume into the area and length now. So volume is equal to area into length, we all know that. So whenever I am taking this portion only, what is the volume integral? So j bar into t minus r by v into dv dash. I am not considering r. Why? Because it is with respect to v only, no problem for the r. So I am just replacing this volume integral in terms of surface integral of j, and after that I am going to take the integration with respect to length. But in this process, what is the area, what is the surface area integration is, we all know that one formula from the EDC, so J is equal to I by A, or you can also say that di is equal to, J is equal to di by dA. So what is the meaning of this? So you can say that di is equal to J into dA. So what is the current? You can say that it is an integral of J into dA. So the entire current is equal to the surface integral, that means area integral for the electric density. So current density. So that's why I can simply name it as this is exactly equal to the current. That means the surface integral now it will become an ideally current. That means what? Now we are having our current element is I into cos omega into t minus r by v. Why? Because we have some retardation, that is t minus r by v. And after that what I have to do? I have to do again with respect to the length. But here our assumption is the current within the small length dl is in constant. So whenever the length is constant, whenever you are taking with respect to the dl, everything is a constant. So simply I can include this one as an IDL. So the entire volume integral will becomes surface integral is multiplied with line integral. So now I can equate this entire volume integral is equal to IDL cos omega t minus r by v. So now the entire volume integral is converted into the normal integral. So I can rewrite my expression of this one like this. So how I can rewrite my expression? So now I can rewrite my expression Az is equal to, so mu by 4 pi is integral of volume integral here, but in place of that I can replace IDL cos omega into t minus r by v by small r. So that is what exactly what is the Az component along the z axis. So now Az we calculated. So now what is my main purpose of this one? Why you are going to do this much derivation? If you want to find out the power at any point in our free space, the first you should calculate what is the electric forms, what is the electric field, and what is the magnetic field components at that particular points. So to find out the either electric field or magnetic field, first you should know the potential at that point. So for that purpose only, we are simplified our potential while you are replacing your element along the z axis is given like this, mu by 4 pi IDL cos omega into t minus r by v by r. This is Az.